up? I got Noskin here with me. This ain't a diss song, but yeah, you know what it is. I'm a cheesehead, y'all niggas cheese whiz. Pittsburgh Steelers, that's nothing. That Super Bowl ring, that's nothing. Pull up in your town when you.
What do you think of Shep as your returner on Thursday?
He did good things. I mean, Shep continues to. We gain confidence in him, and he gains confidence in himself. I mean, he's reliable. It's not too big for him as a rookie. He won 4 national championships at North Dakota State, so he's got that good look in his eye, and he's always ready to go and will execute what we tell him to do. So gaining confidence in him.
Last time we talked to you, Mason hadn't practiced yet. Have you been pleased with what he's done since he's come back?
Yeah, I mean, while he was injured, he was still kicking as part of his rehab and stuff, and so he's come back and kicked the ball really well. I mean, he's got good ball rotation, elevation. So I've been really happy and pleased with his progress so far.
Hey Shawn, going back to Shep for a second, just philosophically, from as long as you've been coaching, what do you kind of want in a body type as a returner, and is he maybe a little bit more slight than ideal, or is he just fine?
They've all come in different sizes. I mean, the great ones, you've had the Devin Hesters, that are wide receiver body types, about 195, 200 pounds, and all the way to the Josh Cribbs that are 215, 220 pounds. The Leon Washingtons that were running back 5'10", 195. So they've all come in different body types. I mean, typically, you want a guy that can accelerate with great vision, you know what I mean? Kick return, ideally you have maybe a little bit heavier body type that, is going to take a bigger collision. Punt returns, it's a little less, the big collisions most of the time and stuff. I mean, but, he's a tough kid that, again, has got good vision and has executed well. So we'll take him in all shapes and sizes. I mean, but ideally your kick returner is bigger, but at the end of the day, we're going to go with the best guy available, and he's, continues to get better.
Shannon Sullivan got a ton of special team time Thursday. He didn't do that much in college. What did you see from Thursday? What do you think he can bring on the third that unit?
He's got good speed, good athletic ability. So we're trying to, just like with Shannon and a lot of our guys, I mean, we're trying to move them around in different spots. And, we tell them they're interviewing for us in our front office, and they're interviewing for 31 other teams. So we're trying to move them around and put them in different areas. But, Sully continues to get better, in all phases. I mean, he's continued to develop from the spring, and we'll continue to move him around, and he's earned playing time. So we're going to continue to use him and see what he can do.
Getting back to the return game, where are you at there? Obviously, Trevor Davis may have been your guy, but he's been hurt. Joel Davis was here; he's gone now. Corey Grant had some kickoff return experience, and he's gone now. Are you kind of almost at the basics of this, or are you?
Yeah, If you came out and watched us in pre-practice, we've got all kinds of guys back there catching kicks. I mean, we're trying to forecast all the different scenarios and things, and train guys that like Shannon Sullivan did get some returns in college. Even Alan Lazard got some returns in college. So, all kinds of guys that we're just back there. They're working on the fundamentals of kick return, punt return. And then we can only have so many guys take reps during practice and stuff and during the games. But we're trying to develop as many guys as we can. So, it's. My feelings haven't changed about Trevor. I'm still high on him, and, he's got a lot of ability and is a proven returner. But, we're trying to just develop as many guys as we can back there and get him some practice reps, and then, in the games, go with the guy that's the hot hand and see what they can do.
On Thursday, I think you used Shepard and Taylor, maybe exclusively. I'm trying to remember. Will you think you're going to go a totally different route for this coming game? Just give a couple. Focus on a couple different guys.
We're still, working through that right now. Again, injuries and those kind of things for us, especially in the preseason. I mean, there's different scenarios, we're trying to work through and get guys reps. And then there's also injuries and the playing time from the starters, the guys, that are playing and stuff. That's going to dictate kind of how we play on special teams and stuff. So, if a guy that's a main guy for us is, a starter ahead of him is going down early, then their playing time gets elevated on offense and defense, and then we try to cut their time down on special teams and stuff. So it's always – preseason can be a nightmare sometimes for all special teams guys, but, right now we're still working through those scenarios and stuff and get to that on Thursday.
Curtis Bolton had a couple tackles on Thursday. What can he give you with your unit
going forward?
He's a young guy that runs well. He's athletic. You know, he loves to play the game. I mean, we can't get him off when our look teams and those kind of things. He stays out there regardless. So he's always getting film and things like that. So I mean, I think he can do some good things for us. Good coverage player. He's learning to block and those kind of things. But you know, a young guy that continues to progress. He's gotten better, you know, through the training camp from the spring, and I'm excited about him. I know he's defensively played well too and stuff. So he did some good things for us and did some good things on the blocking units on the kick return and punt return also. So I'm excited about him.
Were you pleased with how J.K. punted against the Ravens?
Yeah, I was. I mean, we've continued to work on kind of extending his direction, widening him out, you know, trying to get the ball over as far as we can, you know, outside those numbers and stuff. And for the most part, he did that. We had really good hang time on all of his punts. So, you know, he continues to trend up and continue to please. He works really hard, and you know, he's got a lot of potential. You know, his best ball's ahead of him. So excited about where he's going.
Shawn, what have you thought of Kumaro as a special teams guy? He didn't have a ton of experience of that. Where have you seen his growth there?
You know, he's continued to progress, you know, from the spring, you know, through training camp. I mean, like I said, we moved around. He's a big enough body that we play him maybe in some non-traditional roles for a wide receiver. You know, he played center for us on kick return, you know, and did a good job. I mean, you know, we played Baltimore. I mean, you know, we talked about how great their tradition is on special teams, you know, with Coach Harbaugh being there for 12 years, and they've been one of the top units in the league. And when you look at their roster, they've got an Anthony Levine, you know, they've got 2 or 3 Pro Bowl guys, you know, that have been Pro Bowl cover players and stuff. So that was a good challenge for our guys. And, you know, Jake blocked one of their best players and stuff on the long kick return. And I think he continues to progress. I'm excited about where he's going. He's playing faster and more confidently for us on special teams. And you know, he's a tough kid, I think, that can help us and, you know, continue to progress. So I'm excited about where he's going.
You know, we always talk about how you guys as special teams have the biggest challenge in training camp of figuring everything out. What are the challenges of taking guys that don't have a lot of experience in whether it's covering or blocking, and getting them to a point where you feel comfortable with them and they feel comfortable doing it? You started it in the spring, but I would think that takes a while.
It does. I mean, it's a work in progress. And, you know, I think that I'm happy about where our guys are going. The things we really emphasized last week in practice as far as our, you know, kick return sets and getting back and getting set faster, those kind of things. I saw us take a step forward, and I continue to see us take steps forward in all things. And sometimes you don't always see it on the field. There's little things, you know, that happen, but you know, I'm excited about where our guys are going, and it can be difficult. But for us, we're trying to cross-train guys, and you know, for example, on punt, we may play guys at a left tackle, and he's going to play right guard, so they can get the footwork on both sides. Because in a game, you never know when that's going to happen, and you know, you got to be able to play any one of the frontline positions, and the things we're teaching, the fundamentals apply to all those positions, so that, you know, if a guy gets hurt at one spot, we can move it over and make the swaps we need to, and it's the same kind of fundamentals. So we keep training the basics and the fundamentals first, and then they'll learn the scheme as we go and stuff, and then be able to apply that as we go during the game.
Both Matt and Aaron Rodgers said that maybe it's not the best idea to practice live kickoffs in a joint practice. Obviously, that's how Trevor got hurt.
Right.
As a special teams coach, how do you feel about practicing a live kickoff play?
He actually got hurt by one of our guys. He didn't get hit by them. You know what I mean? So it was friendly fire on that. But, you know, for us, I've practiced with a couple other teams. You know, I mean, for us, they played at a faster speed than we did, and that's on me to get our guys ready to go. You know, we didn't play fast enough, you know, and have our guys ready to go that opening, you know, when we were on kick return. But we tried to blow quick whistles. I practiced with a couple other teams in the past, and we haven't had an issue. I mean, we were blowing the quick whistle. It just happened to be an unfortunate deal where a guy got blocked into him and Trevor got twisted around and hit one of our guys and stuff. And I always hate to see that happen. But, you know, for us, I mean, we're trying to get good work also, and it's good to go against opponents and somebody different that doesn't know what you're doing and those kind of things. So, you know, special teams is always under fire. They're trying to eliminate our jobs. So, you know, hopefully we can, you know, keep that going and stuff in the past. We can modify it some. I mean, you know, but again, we got to learn to play faster too, and that's on us as much as it is. You know, it was just unfortunate that happened.
Shawn, how's we've been focused on Sam and Mason. How's the operation been with Hunter and J.K.? I know you mentioned their living arrangements a while back, but how's their, I mean, did you watch film of them last year, and can you
Yeah.
see improvement from
Yeah.
when
I think it's noticeably better even from the spring. We took steps on the field goal operation in the spring, and just as far as Hunter's snap locations and things, I think probably were an issue in the past as far as where he's being asked to snap to, but we've changed that, and I think he's more comfortable with that, and his snap locations have been a lot better, and the operation it continues to get better. And I think our operation times have been quicker, and both Sam and Mason are pretty fast to the ball, so they haven't had to slow down or anything like that, and so I've been pleased with it. It continues to progress, continues to get better.
I just love my team. Yeah, that's the team with them big G's on the helmet.